Hey, I gotta practice. This week on Half Past Cha. But you would 1000% do it.
Yeah! Are you kidding me?
Men, everybody.
If you ever called me baby boy, I would
That
run
feels
away.
That feels illegal. Thanks, Daddy.
All right.
No.
We're going to have to end the podcast now.
This week on Half Past Cha, we're diving into those so annoying couple traits that we swore we'd never have. You know, those cliches that make you cringe until you realize you're guilty of those too. We've done that before. We've got a hilarious list of 15 traits that we're going to break down and laugh about together. Ah, so funny. Be sure to submit your questions or stories at www.halfpastcha.com. Let's get into it, Half Past Crew.
Welcome to
Half Past Cha. We're done with the British accents,
Yeah.
don't worry.
Welcome back to another episode of Half Past Cha, everybody. We are your hosts. My name is K2.
My name is Hallie.
And we're a married interracial couple. If you can't already tell, I'm Indian.
And I'm like super, super white.
And we talk about being an interracial couple. We talk about relationships and some shared experiences that we've had. But we also love to hear from you guys because you go to www.halfpastcha.com and submit your questions and stories. We release new podcast episodes every Monday at 7 a.m. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, like this video if you're watching on YouTube, and if you are on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, rate this podcast 5 stars. It helps a lot with the algorithm. And make sure you follow the podcast. But yeah, settle in, get cozy, grab your cha, and let's get into it.
Mine is like stained. I don't know what happened here. Can you see that? It's literally got stain marks like all down it.
Probably because there's a cat on it, and cats cause stains.
And it's got like, so we drank most of this prior to recording this because we obviously had to have some snacks with it. Duh. And I had, what are they called? You can only like get the good ones in Canada.
Oh.
They're like little flaky.
Yeah, the flaky biscuit, or the flaky biscuits is what they call them.
Oh, they're
But-
so good. You don't get like the best ones here. The best ones I've had are in Canada when we visit your family there.
Yeah.
And so because I had those, the little flakes fell off into the bottom of my jaw, and now they're just sitting there and they're all soggy. So if I make a weird face as I'm taking a sip, that's why, because I've been gulping the soggy bits. Oh god.
Oh, it's because they're in. Okay, got it.
Yeah. What else would
No, I forgot.
you
that
had?
that.
I had Parle G. So like,
I
and
had
you
some
eat
good
all
stuff.
that. Yeah.
I had the good stuff.
That's too sugary for me in the
Sweet.
morning.
Oh,
Like this is
sugar.
already sugary enough, even though I don't make it like
sugar.
super sugary.
I love the sugar.
I like it to be stronger in the tea taste, just like I like my coffee to be stronger in the coffee taste. But just having something that's sweet plus something really sweet that you're putting in there and eating, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like you can go through a whole pack of Parle G in the morning, and I don't understand.
Yeah, it's a problem. I'm scared. I need to stop doing that. But I'm young right now, I think. Hopefully. Right.
You're 26.
Yeah, I'm 26.
You're gonna be 27.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I just saw like 5 people on my story all celebrating their 30th birthday. I'm not that far from that.
No, you're not.
That's so scary to me. I'm like, wow, these people are so old. And then I look at my age and I'm like, shoot, I'm like right there.
You are.
I'm so scared.
I'm
I don't
not
wanna
right
do that.
there.
I don't want to do that.
I'm only 25.
But
But like, if you think so, like, I don't know, this is interesting because I always say this, but I never feel old enough to be doing the things that I am doing, you know? And like, I don't know, like, I feel like age truly is just a number, you know?
yeah.
It doesn't matter.
is.
I don't think it matters. I mean, I'm still young and I'm arguably healthier than I was when I was 18.
Yeah.
I'm in better shape and I take better care of myself.
Something I noticed when I was a kid was like every year just moved a little bit faster. When I was a kid, I remember it would take years
It felt
to
like
finish like a grade. It
Oh
would,
my
it would be
gosh.
like, when is 5th grade going to be over? Like I couldn't, I
You're
remember,
having these just like internal crisis thoughts, like,
and now
oh, as a
I
fifth
remember
grader.
like college, that was gone in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It was like 2 seconds. It was gone.
And adulthood feels that way too. Like I blink and the week is over. Like
Yes.
I mean, literally, I swear it was just Friday. We're finishing work. We're coming home from the office. Saturday, I don't even know how Saturday went by so fast. Now it's Sunday.
Yep.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
crazy.
And then when this comes out, it'll be Monday. What the heck?
this isn't even what the episode's about today, guys. I'm so sorry, but
We had a little side rant.
It's on my mind. You know, couples are annoying, Hallie.
Are they?
They're so annoying.
Are we
And-
one of those annoying couples?
I think sometimes we can be.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think we could be. I want you all to know that we've created a list of 15 things that we're going to go through. And if something stands out to you, okay, I need you to comment about it so then we can feature it in the next episode. So something I want to start doing is having a question related to this episode. And then in the next episode, we address those comments directly. So then it feels like more of a conversation rather than me just replying back to your comments.
Yeah, because we do that. But again, we
Yeah.
love when you guys interact with us and it creates engagement and everybody loves to pitch in and share their ideas. So I think it's just a really good little discussion that we have going on. But this, see, we picked this podcast topic because as we were just talking about it, and there are some things on this list that like both of us don't really know about. But as we were talking about this, we were like, okay, well, you know, when we first set out in our relationship, we're being a normal couple. And then as we started to do like this podcast and more relationship stuff, your TikTok, and we're like, oh, we do a lot of those annoying couple things that we swore we'd never do. Ever. What
Yeah.
has happened to us?
Well, I think it's okay to do some of these things.
Okay.
Some of these things mean that you love each other, but some of these things are just straight up annoying.
And if you do any of these, or if you know people who do any of these, please comment below and just get a little discussion going. I really challenge you to reflect and think hard on your own relationship or a past relationship, whatever. Did you do any of these things? If you did, no shame. No
Yeah,
shame.
we want to know.
No hate, because we probably do those things too. So just let us know.
Number 1, making out in public. Kissing in public is fine. I think that's something that all couples really do sometimes.
Question.
What?
What's the define
Kissing
kiss
is
and
just
making
like,
out.
like kiss.
Like that?
yeah.
We do that. Mwah.
Yeah.
Come here. Mwah.
Mwah. And
Sylvie,
then,
come here. Mwah.
and then making out's like your tongue's in their mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So that's making out.
your
And
tongue's in my mouth. Yeah.
yeah, I think that is annoying and should be not done in public.
Look at me dead in the eyes right now.
I would do it.
If I initiated
Oh,
that.
I would do it. Trust me.
So what? Like,
But we don't. But you would never.
What if I
Why
did?
would you?
What if I did?
Okay, if you did, I would.
What if we're shopping at Target
Oh.
and
yeah.
I'm like, come here.
Okay, I'm there.
I'm Target.
Yeah, well, why would I deny that? I'm just saying it's annoying.
So would it be annoying
but
if
if
we
I
did
was
it?
in that situation, I'd be like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, but so would it be annoying if we did that?
Yeah, it would be for other people. I don't give a crap.
But you
about
would
other people.
1000% do it.
Yeah, are you kidding me? Yes, of course.
Men, everybody.
Make it happen, and I'll do it. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, making out in public. Apparently that's number 1. And all of these were taken off different sites, and I'll link the sources so then you can all go to the actual source if you want to go look more into it.
I would say more so this was more annoying for me in high school because like everybody's super horny in high school. And like, you know, when you're just, I remember one day specifically, it was a little bit before classes started in the morning. I was a senior in high school. I was just waiting for the class doors to open or whatever. And I was just in this lounge area. There was literally a girl straddling her boyfriend. They were making out in front of everybody. Like, you were at school.
There was always that couple, like before class started, at like 7:30 in the morning, before we were released to go to our classrooms and stuff. There's always that couple that would be like straight up just making out on the bench.
Yeah, and she was like on his lap too. And I'm like, there is a time and place, and that is not here. Nothing about school does it for me. Okay. Yeah. Nothing about being in high school, college, at work. Some people do crazy stuff in the corporate world. Like, you would be surprised. And in college, too.
You'd be very surprised, for sure. That's why there's a thing called your corporate wife and then your wife at home.
Oh, wait, what?
It's called like your like work
Your work wife?
Your work wife?
Do you have a work wife?
I don't have a work wife
Well, why do you know about that?
because that's just a thing that...
What if I had a work husband?
That's not funny.
It's not, I hate when you do that.
That's not
Like
funny.
as soon as if you bring it up to me, oh, it's hilarious. But then if I'm like, oh, well, I have this too, you're like, well, that's not funny. How
That's not
dare
funny.
you?
That's
You're my
terrible.
pure wife. Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah. No, I don't like it.
I don't like the making out though. I mean, I think a little peck is fine, but if you're like full on stopped in a store, grinding, straddling, making out, then that's a no for me.
Yeah. That's a bit much. Okay. This next one's also
A bit much.
not bit much. I think we do this one. Okay.
Oh god.
Hanging out with only each other. This is a two-parter. There's two more parts to this question or this topic. So hanging out only with each other, just assuming your significant other is coming with you, like just always assuming that's gonna happen, and then using we instead of I. I always use we instead of I. I'm
See,
like,
I feel like that's more of a respect thing in certain situations.
yeah. Well,
Do you know what I mean?
Somebody asked me like this past on like Friday, it's like, what are you doing this weekend? And I was like, oh, we're gonna go to this, that, and this.
Well, you just
Right?
get used to that after a certain point in time, right? Like we've been married almost 3 years. It just makes like we because we do so much together. I feel like that's if you live together, that's your mindset, right?
And then he was like, you keep saying we. Who's we? I was like, oh, it's my wife.
I mean, yeah, I think if you're together for a certain period of time, then that starts to become your mindset. Like we do so much together. And I mean, I will say too, it's also rare that two people's lives are entwined as much as ours because we do everything together.
Yeah, no, I agree. We do a little too much together,
Which,
but we
yeah,
like
I
it.
agree with that. But that's our style. That's how we like to do things. But I
So
mean,
we're that annoying couple.
well, no, hold the phone.
We're trying to justify being an annoying couple.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like we're not annoying. I know that we are annoying. I think everybody's annoying in their own way. I mean, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's
Annoying.
no, it's all no. I mean, it's all relative, right? Like what we find annoying, some other people might not find annoying, and so on and so forth.
Perspective.
So it's all about perspective. Yeah. So I think it's important to realize that. I mean, everybody has their own situation, but like you can hang out with your friends alone. I can hang out with my friends alone. But if it's like a group hang or like a family thing, or like if another couple is asking to hang out, then like, yeah, I say we in that
Yeah.
scenario.
I get that. The next one is my favorite. Okay, number 3. It's coordinating outfits together.
I hate this.
I love this. Okay,
hate
look,
this.
my
I hate
favorite
this one.
is black shirt with jeans, and we both wear that. Oh, we look so good.
That's literally what the image is for our podcast.
Yeah,
We're in black and jeans.
but I love it. Is it not the best to match?
No, because then people will be like, oh, you are those kind of people.
See, this is the annoying thing. Like, people find this annoying. Why do you find it annoying? I want to know, to the people out there who find this annoying, why do you find it annoying, Hallie?
because it's a bit much. It's a bit much. We already do everything together, which I love, but we don't need to look like we're twinning every place that we go. Okay.
I enjoy it.
And
It's
the most
fun.
frustrating thing to me is when, like, this happened recently. I don't know why I keep putting my finger up like this. This happened recently where we'd gotten in an argument over something, and I put on. So we both have and here is another argument towards that. We both have similar clothes. Like there's some, for example, we have Seek Discomfort sweatshirts.
Yeah.
I have mine in green. You have yours in blue. I put mine on, and then 5 minutes later, you come downstairs with yours on, and I was already so annoyed. I'm like, are you kidding me?
It happens
So
because
he's matching
I
me now, too?
enjoy matching.
But why do you enjoy matching?
I don't know. I think it's just fun.
If you see a couple at the store and they're wearing identical outfits, aren't you going to be like, that's cringy?
No, I think that's cool.
Why?
Because it's like, wow, they love each other so much that they put in the time and effort to coordinate. Come
Give me
on.
a break. Give me a break.
Come on.
No, I'm not a big fan of that one. I don't like twinning. It's like somebody has to change.
Yeah. Well, the next one's kind of uncomfy as well.
Okay.
Asking each other permission to do something.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't do that. I don't do that. I would never do that.
I do this. I was asking, I was like, can I do this? Can I do that?
You're
Can I
like-
get some milk?
what, like, it's your house. I always, that's my response too. I'm like, it's your house just
I
as much
always
as mine. Like, it's
say-
our house.
I'm like, Hallie, can I get some apple juice? And she's like, why are you asking me?
Yeah, every single time. Like, is that a way of you, like, maybe you hope that if you say it like that I'll get it for you?
I don't know.
No.
Maybe. I don't know.
See, and I've seen this, like, I'm not going to say, like, sometimes it's a respect thing. I get it. Like, oh, I need to ask my husband first because, like, he had plans for us and, like, I need to make sure. Or it's an excuse to get out of something where somebody asks me to do something and I don't want to do it. And I'm like, oh, let me check with my husband first. That's not always the case, but, like, you can use that
happens
as
a
an
lot.
excuse. You do that all the time. Oh,
I
I gotta
do.
check with the wife first.
Yeah.
I gotta check with
that's
Hallie.
a great thing, though.
I mean,
love
I'm
it.
pretty sure every couple does that, but it's always kind of an out if, like, you need an out. But anyways, I get it. If there are defined plans, but you will never find me asking you to be like, can I hang out with my friends? I'm my own person. See, that's the thing. I think some people, and I've seen people do this, I think sometimes people lose touch of themselves in relationships.
They do.
And they think that they are just living to be with the other person when really you should be living for yourself, bringing that best self to your relationship, and then you can come together that way. But you will never find me asking for permission to do something because that is simp behavior.
Slay.
Yeah, I would. Oh God, that's so cringy. I would never do that.
We haven't even gotten to number 5, and we realize that we have at least a few of these so we're annoying. We get it. Okay, we're
But
annoying.
okay, most of them we have not done. So
Okay, number 5, talking about their future babies. We've done this one.
that's an annoying couple habit.
It's a pretty annoying couple habit. If they don't have babies yet, like let's say like they don't have them, why are you talking about them? Think about that.
Can we just? I mean, this is a cringy thing on its own. But when people say they're trying, like you didn't need to let me and my
Trying.
grandma and my whole family know
And
that
now we know that what you're doing
they're trying.
to do this trying.
I hate when people say that. That just gives me a big old ick.
Anyways, talking about future babies, pretty annoying.
But I mean, I get it if I'm with my girlfriends and we like talking about names, that's kind of cute. But like if you go into detail, like I'm going to have my nursery look like this and my baby's going to do this and blah, 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 that's kind of weird. That's a little weird for me.
Number 6 is feeding each other.
Ew. You would love this.
Oh, hey, when it's my birthday, guess who's feeding me cake?
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's more of like a that's like a family / cultural
That's like
thing.
more of a traditional thing.
So,
yeah, Indian
That-
tradition.
Yeah, but I'm not like, come here, little baby, let me feed you some oatmeal. If we ever get to
But
that
like
point,
I'm
kill
talking
me.
about like in public. Like let's say you're at a restaurant and like you guys
Oh
are
my
sharing
God.
food and like you like feed me or you.
Oh my God,
you
we
feed
share
me.
so much food.
Yeah,
That must be so annoying.
yeah.
We do that every time we go out. We share some. Oh God. Oh, that's so annoying.
We are okay.
Oh.
We made this
We've not
list.
made it very far, and we're so annoying. Okay, but so to that point, every time we go to a restaurant, we share something.
This next one relates to this. Getting their friends to go on double dates together. And that's annoying. And then so we're not only doing this, but then we're sharing food in front of them.
We love.
And I'm like, ooh, try this.
Oh, and when we're like, oh, come here, look, here comes the choo-choo train, like that. Oh my gosh! And then the worst is when we can't decide on what we want to get, and so we're like,
Oh my gosh. Remember that time when you
were-
wanted a freaking enchilada and I wanted
a
the
roast
arroz con
con pollo.
pollo?
Yeah, and we're like,
And then I was like, you know what?
Oh.
F it. I'm just going to get arroz con pollo and you get whatever you want.
and then I was like, no, but I can't eat the whole thing. Oh my God, that's so annoying.
Annoying, Hallie. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I'm so sorry to anyone that we hang out with because we must be so irritating.
Number 8, using every using every conversation to talk about each other.
You do this more than I do.
Hallie does this too, though. Hey,
You do it more than I
why
do.
are we
though.
so annoying?
Well, I mean, again, when you spend so much of your life with each other, it's just natural that like I have so many experiences and stories to share about you. There's something in my eye. It's fine.
But I do this because we spend all the time together.
See,
right?
like I just said, I mean, we have so
And-
many relevant stories. Like, oh, you'll never guess what Suketu did. Oh my God, that's so annoying. That is so annoying.
That's pretty nice. But you
I'm
gotta
so
think,
sorry.
okay, let's go back and think about things that other people talk about. Like, do they talk about their significant other? Yes.
Yes. It depends on the people you're hanging out with. Like, especially when we hang out with our couple friends, we do share
A lot about
of
each other.
funny, stupid stuff, which I love. I'm here for that. But if it's to like a random person and you just can't stop talking about your significant other, like, okay, I don't even know this person.
Okay.
Like, I'm probably never going to see you again.
So we do this. The next two we are so guilty of that I am so sorry. And you guys all have witnessed this, okay? Bragging about each other all over social media. Hallie, what's wrong with us? We love each other so much. That's what's wrong with us, okay?
I think we need to stop doing that.
And then number 10, just because it goes with this, having a joint Instagram account. We were like, oh, we don't have that. At least we got that one on our hand. Half Past Jaws Instagram account is our joint Instagram account. So technically we do have one now. This is a problem.
We post so much relationship content.
But hey, we're trying to make it in this social media world, okay? So we have to do this. I'm sorry that we're annoying, but I have no other words besides that. I apologize that you have to deal with all this.
No, I think the people that follow us don't find it annoying. Like, if I'm going to follow somebody, I don't find it irritating. So, you know, like, people are following us for a reason, right? And like the content we post, I mean, I'm not going to say it's all great and maybe some of it isn't like a little bit much, but like, I'm not going to lie. We always have said that we never wanted to start like a couples page just because that's not our jam, right?
Yeah.
We've done that.
Yeah.
We're continuing upon that. But it's also different because you've been on YouTube for so long and I've been in your videos for a long time too.
Yeah.
So like, in a way, we kind of had couple social media, but it was just your channel. But then it's evolved into obviously this podcast and then our Instagram and our TikTok and like all those things. We still have our individual pages. We don't just solely rely on having one couple's page.
But like going back to bragging about each other, my story posts on Instagram are just about you.
They are.
So
Yeah.
I'll stop doing that, everybody.
No,
I'll stop talking
don't
about
stop.
Hallie.
No.
Hallie can be the second thing I talk about, and then I'll talk about other things.
I don't like that one bit. No, I think it's fine. I think it's great. If we lose followers, I don't care. See, that's the thing. Social media is for what you want it to be for. And if you want to post about me, which I think you should, then you should continue doing that. And same to you.
We've been through 10 annoying traits, okay? We've been through 10 of them already. I want you now to take a time to just go to the comments and see if you relate to any of these or if you find any of these really, really annoying, okay? We still have 5 more. Okay, number 11, ditching friends to hang out with each other. This was more so back when we first started.
Back when we were in a secret relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that would happen a lot more back then. Not anymore.
Yeah. Because one, we didn't get to spend a lot of time with each other. I mean, maybe like 30 minutes or an hour.
Yeah.
Like whenever we did get the opportunity to hang out with each other. So I definitely was guilty of this back then, which makes me sad because I think about all the times that I missed out on maybe doing things with my family or my friends because I would just say, oh, well, you know, like I wanted to hang out with you so bad because we were so in love. We still are in love, but it was really difficult back then and the situation was just hard to navigate. But nowadays we don't do that because we hang out with each other all the time, which I love.
This goes back to assuming your significant other's coming with you to everything. Hallie just comes with me to everything, and I just come with Hallie to everything. Sometimes I don't want to go with Hallie to everything because,
well, like we do stuff together, like grocery shopping, and
well, I'm
I would
talking
get
about, like,
sad if you
other
didn't go with me to the
friends.
store. Oh yeah, I usually am like, this is just a girl thing.
yeah, and I'm always like, can I come? Like, why am I not allowed to come with you guys? Like, you're getting coffee. Why can't I get coffee?
Because it's a girl thing. Sometimes you just need to,
See,
just like you need
I'm
to hang
annoying.
out with your guy friends.
Yeah.
And like I try to encourage that, but it's also kind of hard because
All my guy friends are Hallie's friends.
yes. So I'm like, oh, well, I want to hang out too. I mean, there are certain things that like you guys can go do together and I'm happy about that. But I also get FOMO because they're also my friends, and I don't want to miss out on opportunities.
FOMO. When you're hanging out with your friends, I do not get
You
FOMO.
just acted like you did when
Only
you said,
when you're
I
getting
want to get coffee.
Because I'm like
99% of the time.
Because like we get coffee together, so I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Anyways, next on the list, this one's pretty annoying. Using pet names, babe.
Oh, okay. That's number
honey. I do that one. Honey, sweetheart. That's a good one.
That's cute.
What else?
Because that's like
baby.
a genuine. See, I do that. I call you baby and I call you honey.
What else?
But I hate. There's been so many people that have ruined babe. Babe, come here. Oh, babe. Oh, you're so funny, babe. Babe. See, like, that's been ruined for me. I hate that one. If you use it, whatever. But I hate that for me.
Let me show you.
Ew.
Baby girl. Muffin.
What?
Princess.
Well, you can call. I mean,
Babe.
I am a princess, but
Sweet cheeks.
you do that one to be funny.
Hey, sweet cheeks.
I don't like that one. You're currently looking up.
Pookie. That's a good one.
No, that one's funny.
I like Pookie. I said baby girl, but if you ever called me baby boy, I would run away.
That feels illegal.
I would run away.
Come here, baby boy.
No. God, no. Oh, God.
That one feels illegal. What?
That one's pretty bad. Booger? Why would you call anybody booger?
No, go to the one above that. Cow pie? Why?
I have never heard cow pie. What the? Bed bug? That doesn't... that doesn't sound
Come here,
right.
you little bed bug, you little baby boy.
Mama or daddy?
What if you call... Oh my gosh, if you called me mama.
Hey, mama.
Hey, daddy. Oh.
I like that one. But, hey, mama's kind of weird.
Well, like some people do that. Like, hey, mama. Looking thick today, mama. I don't know. Do people say that?
I don't know.
See, I haven't been in the
about
dating
that.
field for a long time, so I don't know.
Yeah, that one is...
Hey, mama.
can be annoying. We don't do that in public, I don't think. I say honey by accident sometimes. But that's just because
You're
like,
allowed to say
yeah,
it. Like,
no,
are you
I-
embarrassed
No,
to
I'm
say
not
that?
embarrassed, but like sometimes like we'll be like even so we play Fortnite a lot, and sometimes even on Fortnite I'll be like I'll be saying, Hallie, come here to do something, and then I'll be like, honey, where are you? Or something like that. And it just like naturally comes out.
That's okay.
And
I
it's
think
just
that's
funny.
fine.
But
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna start calling you baby boy. Come here, baby boy. You should run away if I actually am serious and I mean that, because that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. I mean, there are certain names that I think are fine. Like, I call you baby in front of other people. Like, I call you honey. Like, I think that's fine. I mean, if you really want to use babe, I just have had bad experiences with that one. I've heard it and I don't like it.
I don't like that one.
But there are others that definitely are cute and I think work and that are sweet. And, you know, like you don't have to call your significant other by their first name all the time.
Number 13, having inside jokes that no one knows about except you two.
Oh, that's the best part.
I love that.
I love
I'm going to be
that.
annoying about that, everybody. Sorry.
I love that. I love that we have jokes that nobody understands. Like we can just look at each other. Every couple does this. Like you can just look at each other and be like,
Yeah.
and just know. You just know.
Sorry. Too bad, so sad. We're going to keep doing that.
No, don't skip. This is a good one. What are some examples of like inside jokes that we have?
Well, then nobody gets them because they're inside jokes. We can't just
These
let
are like
people
trade
know.
secrets. Okay, actually, yeah. No, I mean, there are just certain situations. And like we know each other's sense of humor too.
There's things that happen like within our families as well. Like there's like imitations that Hallie does sometimes that I'm like, that's hilarious. And like when that actually is said, like in real life,
When
we
it
just
comes
look
to
at
fruition.
each other. Because she does
You do
that
the
to
same-
her family, and I just can't stop laughing.
It's really funny when when you portray a scenario and it actually comes to life, it's pretty funny.
And then we just look at each other.
Yeah, you can do it with friends, you can do it with family. Try it next time you're at a social gathering. Let us know how it works. But we also just have that connection. Like we're like this.
Oh, we have the same
like this
thought
today.
like,
We do.
all the time. Like I'm like, if I'm cold in the car and I turn off the AC,
That's what I was gonna
and
say.
Hallie's like, "Oh my god, you read my mind."
Like and it's weird because So, and I've noticed it's sometimes I think we're connected, like in a weird way, because
With
our bodies are like the same. What'd you say?
telepathy.
Oh, I thought you said telepathy. I thought you said that completely wrong. Anyways, whenever we're in the car and we're driving and it feels too cold or like it is too hot or whatever, like it's like the second that my body feels that way, you do it every single time. Like there's not been a time that one of us has done the thing and we're like, oh, I was just going to do that. I don't know. That's kind of weird. So our bodies are basically just the same, everybody.
It is weird and I love it. Number 14 is something we're doing right now, everybody. Sitting on the same side of the table. And specifically in public, like I like doing this.
We just did this too.
We did this. We had an Indian restaurant and we just sat on the same side. And it was,
to be fair, it was a huge booth.
Okay, well,
and it was like a rounded one.
For me, I like people watching. I just love judging. You know, being Indian, you know,
you love being judgy and dramatic.
It's appropriate, right? It's appropriate to be judgy. And so
love that for you.
I think it's just fun to sit on the same side sometimes.
Well, and I'm going to go back to what we were talking about. It's fun when you share things because we share all our food.
Yeah, we share food. So if we're sitting next to each other, it's just easier to eat that way.
That's the thing. Okay, so I want to go back to that a little bit because one, the portion sizes in America are much larger than, say, other countries. If you were to visit, the portion sizes here are very large. And so realistically, I don't want to stuff myself at dinner. And if you can split it with me, then that's great. And we can get like an appetizer, which we also split, which appetizers are meant for sharing. Let that be known. But because of that, we like to sit together most of the time.
If you ever see us in public, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Because
please don't judge us.
At least we're not like making out, like sitting next to each other, though. You know, like that would be even worse. Yeah, that'd be pretty. Don't you think?
That'd be. Yeah. Let me put it on.
Yeah, we sit next to each other a lot. But you know what? If that's, well, actually, I'm not even gonna say if that's the worst thing we do. We do a lot of these annoying things, so I'm not even gonna act like.
Honestly, like I wrote these down thinking like, oh yeah, we do like maybe one or two of these.
Oh no!
Holy moly! I would say more than half.
As a couple or in a past relationship or whatever, which of these, like, rank them? Do like your top 3.
Ooh, that'd be good.
And like the ones that you've done and the ones that you find most annoying. So like rank them.
Yeah. I saved the last number 15 as the most annoying. Okay.
Okay.
This is the most annoying trait that couples have. Being happy.
Oh my gosh. It's always older couples that'll be like, oh, that's not going to last.
That's not going to last. Why are you so happy?
Yeah, wait till you get out of the honeymoon stage, which, okay.
Dude, we get that comment at least once a day.
Let's be realistic. You're not going to be happy in your relationship 24/7. You're both constantly going through things and you're not always going to be on the same page. And marriage is hard. And it kills me when people don't understand how marriage is hard either, because you have those issues that you need to fix, that you need to resolve within yourself or within your relationship. You can't just like leave or go on a break. No, you guys are together for the long haul. I mean, if you want to get divorced, whatever. I'm not looking to get divorced. So as a 25-year-old, we have to make it work.
When couples are happy, you find that annoying or do you find that good?
No, I think that's great.
Yeah. See guys?
I think it's great because it's hard, because it's well-earned to be happy in a relationship.
That is 100% true.
If you take anything from this podcast, know that it is so hard being in a relationship. And when you're happy, that's a win.
There you have it.
Do you
Wise
find it
words
annoying?
from Hallie Patel. Yeah, no, it's the hardest thing in the world.
It is. It's really hard. And especially life only gets harder as you get older.
You think being in a relationship is hard? Try being married. Why is it so much harder?
It is. You know, like so this is fun. I used to always tell people, oh, we're basically married. We didn't even live together at that point.
Yeah.
You're living in a fantasy world before you live together. All
and
right.
Then there's a whole nother aspect that comes to it when you have a kid.
Yeah.
Like that, we don't know about that. Like what's going to happen then?
Or when we get into an older stage of our life when we're retired and we're like, what do we do with our lives?
Yeah.
There's so much to it. I mean, because life is so beautiful and complex, there's so many challenges and amazing things that you're going to go through in your relationship. But it's so hard because obviously we're not this. I mean, we can say we're the same person all we want, but we're not.
Yeah, we're not.
And we're going to think on things differently. We're going to view things differently. We're going to want to act on things differently. I mean, It's all about compromise.
If you're in a relationship right now and you find yourself in one of these 15 categories, just know that you're probably doing something right, okay? It's okay to be annoying. It's okay to be in love. Just remember to keep it low. Like, don't do too much. I'm just kidding.
Don't do anything crazy. Don't go making out.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
If any of these 15 relate to you, please comment. I want you to rate the most annoying down in the comments below. That would help us a lot just to get a better perspective. And remember, we are going to be featuring all the comments that we get in the next episode. We'll talk about them. So if you want to be featured, go ahead and comment. That was 15, but this was fun. I just want to know that I just want you guys to know there's one thing left today, and that is our question of the week.
I'm sorry. No matter how many times I tell him, I can't get him to stop doing that.
Go. All right, here we go. This person, by the way, wants to be referred to as Daddy. He specifically wrote this in. He said, I want to be referred to as Daddy. So this is the question that he asked. Daddy asked, how did Suki land in Indiana? Middle of nowhere. Majority of Indians are on the coast. By the way, love your podcast. Keep up the good work. Hallie, I'm imagining you were born in Indiana? Okay, great question.
Yeah, you just got to look past. I'm sorry, why do you want to be called Daddy?
I don't know. Hey, he just says what he wants to be called, so I'm going to call him whatever he wants to be called.
Okay. That's one of the nicknames that we were talking
Were you born in Indiana?
Yes,
I was.
Were?
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana at a women's hospital. My mom pushed me out there.
I hope it's not a men's hospital. My goodness, that'd be bad.
At like oh my God. Okay. You know what? Fun fact, I think me and like a few of my other friends were actually born at the same hospital. So it was in, downtown Indy. It's where I was pushed out. Thanks, Mom. Shout out, Sammy. You labored for quite some time, I think. Well, more so probably with my brother. I was actually probably easier. But I was born in Indiana. Have been in Indiana all my life. I lived in the hometown that I grew up in. Well, actually, I lived somewhere else. And then when I was 3, I moved there up until I was 22. And then I moved here.
Do you like Indiana?
I do. Yeah.
Do you wish you were born somewhere else?
Not really.
You don't want to be born on like one of the coasts?
Definitely not the West Coast. I'm not a West Coast person. But I mean, if I was born on the East Coast, I wouldn't be mad. But I will say I do love Indiana. It's home. It's the Midwest. I mean, people love to hate on it, myself included. Sometimes I take it for granted, but then I think about, number one, the home prices here. We could never have this in a bigger state.
No way.
It's insane. Number two, just, I don't know. I'm not coming up with any good reasons.
Well, to put me into perspective, my family came to Indiana because Indiana has the word India in it.
I knew it.
And so we were like, this just makes sense. It's going to be just like home, right? And then we came here in October of 2000, and my God, the snow really kicked us in the butt, didn't it?
Well, that's another thing. I love the seasons here. Fall season, summer and fall are amazing here. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's a really, Indiana is beautiful, and people will say, oh, but it's just cornfields. You don't really have anything. I value the not over construction. I mean, it's starting to get that way, unfortunately, especially in our area. Like, we do have a cornfield in our backyard. I love that because it's quiet. We can step out on our back patio and it's just silent. I love that. I'm a huge fan of that. Our sunsets, our skies are beautiful. We have great companies here that we work for. We love the place that we work for. Yeah. It's headquartered here in Indianapolis. And it's just a great place to live. I feel safe. I mean, that's a huge factor for me. And it's a really good place to raise a family. And we're not super in the city, but we're close to the city, which I do love Indianapolis. So for me, it's a great place to live. But that's not to say that I wouldn't try some other place out for a couple of years and then ultimately come back here.
Yeah. So going back to why I actually am in Indiana, we landed in Newark, New Jersey.
Which is crazy because a lot of Indian population is in New Jersey as well. We know a lot of people there.
I'm pretty positive New Jersey has a higher Indian population than anything else, which is kind of crazy because if that's the first place you land when you come to America. Most mostly. Okay, there's sometimes people will land in like New York or Atlanta or places like Boston. That's like where the plane comes. Like that's just where majority of people land.
Yeah.
Or Chicago. And so those are like those major airports, right? And I'm kind of surprised we didn't just stay in New Jersey. But the main reason is because we had family in Indiana, and they helped us get started, helped us get a car, helped us get an apartment. Once we did all that, then they kind of started to disperse, go to wherever they wanted to go. And so we were kind of just here, and we were like, we're not going to move now. We got our life settled here. So we've been living in Indiana for the last, 24 years?
Yeah, and it's a really good place.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
I mean, yeah, I've just grown to love it more as I've gotten older and appreciate it. I mean, when you're a kid, you don't really think about that stuff, but now as an adult, and I have a house and have cars, I mean, the price of things here is just much better compared to huge states with more inflation. And like, obviously we love traveling to the East Coast, but holy cow, I couldn't just walk out and go on a run by myself.
Yeah.
Like I'd have to
you could.
I would be concerned. Here, I'm really not concerned, I'm very fortunate to feel that way. Number 2, the cost of things there is insane. Mm-hmm. Number 3, there are so many people there. I mean, and number 4, what we would pay, we'd probably be paying what we're paying now for our house for like
a 1-bedroom.
Yeah. And, we're very fortunate to have what we have here. So it's hard to think about leaving that behind to go somewhere else. But then again, talking specifically about New York City, that's part of the experience, right? Yeah. That's what makes New York, New York. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I like the East Coast for sure, but it's nice to just be in Indiana sometimes. I don't know if you are listening and you've never been to Indiana, there's not much to do here, but the environment is. If you like sports, you got to be in Indiana, okay? Indiana is like the sports hub of like, I would say, the United States. It's just, there's just a lot of sports related things here. So like that is the number one thing that I enjoy. But
well, and too, think about how much nature we have.
A lot of nature, a lot of trees.
It's so green. We have so many trails and paths, and that's one of John Green's favorite things. Like people always say to him, "Why Indiana?" Because he lives in Indianapolis, and he posted a TikTok, and he's like, "Where else can you bike for like 50 plus miles than Indiana?"
In one direction, by the way. This is not a loop. Like you can ride a bike for 50 miles straight in one direction if you really
over
wanted
50,
to.
yeah.
Which is, I don't know any other place that could do that.
And the coolest thing about Indiana, especially for us, because we love biking and running, it's all becoming connected through these same trails. So like you can start in Indianapolis and go past our house.
The one thing that we do not have is like hills and mountains and stuff, which is also a good thing because if you're biking, you want to go fast, you get flat land.
I hate
if you're
hills.
running, you don't got to run on hills. You can just run straight, and it's kind of nice to have like straight flat land.
That's what I have to say to that.
Thank you for the applause.
Yeah.
But Daddy, thank you for asking this question.
Thanks, Daddy.
All right.
No.
We're going to have to end the podcast now. So, as a reminder, thank you for watching. Make sure you visit our website, www.halfpastshot.com, to get your questions featured on this podcast. We love answering and seeing all the questions that you have. Half Past Crew, we love you. We thank you for the support. We are so excited to continue growing this podcast and community. Make sure you go to our Discord page. It's linked below. Then you can join our community. We ask questions there. We talk to you guys. We talk about what your plans are for the weekend. We love to know just everything.
We send funny memes.
Yes,
that's a great
please come and join. We will see you next Monday at Half Past Ja.
Thank you, everybody. I honestly rip headphone users. That must be so irritating. That must be so irritating.
And now I have to edit.
I didn't even finish this. One, because it's cold. Two, because it's got a bunch of soggy little biscuit pieces in it.
What a freaking biscuit.
That's
little
disappointing.
Biscuit, you little biscuit, you little
But
biscuit.
look, it has Sylvie in it. Or, I mean, I like to think it's Sylvie. It looks just like her. Sylvie?
All right, good night, everybody.